Today I'm going to show you how to make a paper sculpture.
A sculpture is a piece of art that is 3D and has multiple sides. What kind of sculpture can you create out of paper today? Sculptures can be made of many different materials, like wood, clay, metal, and like ours, out of paper.
So here is our project for this week, which is a paper sculpture. You could think of your sculpture as a place, like maybe it's a playground or a roller coaster ride. When I was building mine, I was thinking that maybe the zigzag line, this folded line here, could be stairs. I have that repeated a little bit around. Some of the curved lines could be slides. Maybe you have to climb up and then you go down the slide. Your sculpture could be whatever you want because it is your art. In this project, we're going to learn how to make a flat piece of paper, which is something 2D or two-dimensional, into something 3D by twisting it, bending it, folding it, and curling it.
For your supplies, you'll need a piece of paper for the bottom of your sculpture, paper strips, a pencil, glue, and maybe a pair of scissors.
So first, let's talk about how to make our paper stand up. So you can take a piece of paper, fold the ends, so kind of fold like a little tab or a foot, we can call it. You can fold these in like this, or you can fold them out. And then you can glue it down to your bottom paper of your sculpture so that it sticks up. You can make it not so tall, you can make it really tall, totally up to you. So I'm going to put some glue on those tabs that I folded, making sure that I put enough glue so that it will be able to stick to the paper. And I'm going to hold it down and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want to check to see that your sculpture stays in place, a good idea is to turn it upside down and give it a little shake. This looks pretty good. Another thing that we can do is fold our paper. We can turn it into a zigzag line by doing a fan fold. You might be familiar with this and you might not. So the first thing you're going to do is fold up, starting at the bottom. Turn your paper over, fold it up. Turn your paper over, folding up. Over, fold up. Over, fold up. Over, fold up. So I'm always turning my paper before I fold. Over, fold up. One thing that you don't want to do is do this. You will not get a zigzag fold. So let's make that go the right way. So I folded and now I need to turn, fold up, turn and fold up. When I open it up, I pull it out, I have a zigzag, but it's a 3D zigzag line. Now you can start building up from your sculpture, or you could put this zigzag flatter on your paper. You could think about your sculpture as like a playground or a roller coaster. It can be anything that you imagine. So I'm gonna put it on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So another thing that you can do is twist your paper. So we can glue our paper so it's kind of down like this. So to do that, I'm going to put glue on one side. I'm going to start it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fold it up a little bit and position it how I want it to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one other thing that you can do to your paper is curl it. So for this, you will need a pencil. You're going to take your piece of paper. You're going to use both hands for this. So I'm going to hold my paper around the pencil. And with my other hand, while I'm holding it, I am rolling the paper. Or I'm rolling the pencil. It's kind of like using a curling iron if you have ever had your hair curled. I'm gonna hold it in place for a couple seconds and let go. Then you have this really tightly wound curl. You can kind of pull it out if you want it to be a little bit bigger. And you could glue this anywhere. This could go on top of something. This could go on the paper on the surface. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to glue this curl, or it kind of looks like, what kind of line? A spiral line. I'm going to glue it in place so that it doesn't just hang. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue here. And put the end down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more thing I will show you is how to make a heart. So you're going to take your piece of paper, fold it in half, making a little crease right here, just pinching that part. Then I'm going to take the ends and turn them towards each other, and I end up with a heart shape. So I can glue those two together. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of paper so far. I would say a complete sculpture would probably have at least 15 to 20 pieces of paper. You want to fill in all of this paper space and make your sculpture the most interesting that it can be. So right now, this is a good start, but this isn't a finished sculpture. So I'm going to continue working on mine. As you're working on your paper sculpture, you might figure out other ways that you can use your paper. So I just folded this into a zigzag using the fan fold, but I figured out that I could make kind of a star shape if I glue these two ends together. So as you're creating, don't feel like it has to be just like mine. Remember, this is your art and it's unique just like you. So as you're making your sculpture, make sure that you are adding form to your sculpture by making your paper move upwards. You're giving your sculpture some height. You're making sure that it has interesting side views from all the different angles. So I think I'm almost done with my sculpture, but I'm going to count how many papers I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think I'm going to do a couple more just to make sure it is full enough. All right, so I think I am done with my paper sculpture. I have interesting sides. I've used all of my space and my sculpture is built up, so I've given it some height. One thing you should make sure is that your paper sculpture is strong. So to do that, you can give it a little shake, and if it all stays in place, then you don't need to add any more glue. But if something falls off, then you probably just need a little bit more glue and you need to hold that paper in place a little bit longer. All right, artist, I can't wait to see your paper sculptures. Have fun creating!